Hello, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel after a long time. Nearly 2 months ago, it's probably a month and a half, I've moved to the United States of America, and I've been living here for 2 months, probably, I guess. I moved here like 12th of September, and currently it's, I don't know, 27th of, or 25th of, 24th actually, 24th of October. So, I don't know, you don't do math, but yeah, I've been living here with a host family. I'll be staying here for 9 months, so 8 more months technically, but yeah. So I wanted to hop on here and talk about my experience in the past couple of months that I've been here, and what have I learned throughout this period where I was here. Did I have any problems with anything at all, like regarding school, regarding my host family, host parents, and stuff? And I know that everybody has these kinds of questions, especially when it's your first time being studying abroad, whether it's going to be through a scholarship grant program such as mine, because I'm through program which is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State. But even if you're not coming to the United States, I believe that this video will be very helpful for you, since you might get something that is kind of valuable, and I don't know, just what to expect. Heads up on what to expect. So I have prepared my questions here, that people have asked me, whether I found them online, people asking, or whether I had something that I wanted to know before moving here. So if you were like me and you had a lot of questions, this video is probably very good for you. So the first one is, what is it like living with a host family, and do I feel like I belong home now, or do I feel like this is my home now? This question is very interesting because I was kind of afraid or skeptic that I'll never fit in living here, or that I'll miss my home. I even have videos of my house because I was that scared. The first day, I was positively surprised on the, like, even the look of the house. It's very different. American houses are totally different than European houses and what houses look like in my country. So it was definitely kind of very unique, different, and I really like the ways the floor plan and the ways the American houses are built. So it was very nice, very cool. I felt like I was in a Sims simulation, or like in a movie. You might hear me saying that I felt like I was in a movie a lot of times, because I definitely felt like I was in a movie, and I'm still feeling sometimes. But yeah, this is my room, as you can see. I mean, it's in the basement technically. Yeah, so I live in the basement. This is kind of like added on wall that they've added, like, I don't know, 2 months or 1 month before me here, before I came here. So yeah, but it's definitely very nice. They so the first day, um obviously you don't know anything, where's anything in the house, but they gave me like a tour of the house, of the outside, because we live in the countryside. We have a barn outside, and we have a lot of land, so you can like walk, you can go outside, and there are no neighbors at all, so it's definitely quite peaceful. As far as food goes, they took me outside to go, like, the first day we ate outside, and introduced me to the pantry. Yes, and the fridge, which was not very organized at that time, but never mind, I don't judge them. My fridge probably at home wasn't very organized as well, so um, I mean, people live here. What can you expect? So yeah, the first couple of days it took some time to get used to the living situation. Like, everything is new for you. It's definitely the most helpful thing is being with your and host family the entire time. So, like, the first day when I arrived, it was Friday the afternoon. I've never been alone since then. So, like, we've been talking and speaking and chatting, like, all throughout. We've been kind of getting to know each other, and I think that that's the most important part of feeling like home, is to get to know the people and really form that connection. That is the first step to feeling like you're at home. You really know the people you're living with, and they are amazing people. I really love my host parents. We instantly clicked. Like, even throughout the first day and after the second one. So they went to work on Saturday when I came here, and I was at home alone, but I spoke with them, I messaged them. It was nice. So we already had that connection formed after work. We kind of went to other places. So I think that it's not necessarily about the house feeling at home, but more like about the people you're living with that make you feel like you're at home. And once you're like kind of confident and comfortable around the people, you're also going to be comfortable in the house where you live with them. Yeah, so now I'm fully comfortable. I feel like this is my house. I feel like I can already comfortably do stuff that I've been doing at home, such as cooking. I cook dinner usually every night. It's cool that I get to like contribute in that way, and also like cleaning, organizing. I feel the freedom of doing that because that's what usually I'm doing at home. Like I really love cleaning. I mean that's a thing that I know kind of relaxes me. So yeah, and also cooking. I really enjoy cooking, and the fact that they are trusting me with cooking, I had to show myself and represent and present that I can cook and that I won't burn the house down. So I showed them that, and now once I've shown them, they are letting me do the cooking. So I feel like I'm at home. I can comfortably sleep here. This is my space, I guess. Um, I don't have any restrictions, I believe, as to going in a certain place of the house. Um, Obviously there are some rules, but not anything like restrictions that you cannot access a certain room. So I know all of the house and the entire house by heart, I can say. Yeah, so I feel like home. If that the straightforward answer to the question, long story short, you're going to get used to the house first. The most important thing to get used to the house is to get used to the people living with you in the house. The second question that a lot of people might get asked, or like a lot of people may fear of, is the school situation and whether you can adapt easily to the school here and make friends with people at school here. So first of all, I'm going to explain my first day at school. So my first day at school was like my host mom took me to school, and the principal showed me around the school. My school is very small. It consists of like probably up to 500 students only, so it's not a huge building. As far as friends and classmates go, the first class I felt like I'm like, I don't know, nobody wanted to speak with me. So I felt like I'm the outcast. It can happen, obviously, but as time goes you get like more comfortable with people. So like don't expect for people to reach you out, you need to be the one that's initiating. So I started talking like with classmates back and forth, started asking them like questions. What is the subject about, what have they learned before I came here, and stuff like that, just small conversations. And they started asking like about me and stuff. So usually the first day I just got to know more about the teachers because they were asking me more questions. And then I remember at the end of the day, I had government, and that students were like more curious about me. They started asking me like questions about my country, and that was nice. I mean, first they were the first ones who initiated the conversation in that class. But usually, if they don't initiate the conversation, don't be stressed out, don't be bummed, don't be disappointed, because that's completely normal. Can you imagine like somebody coming to your school and you don't know their personality, you don't know where they're coming from, you don't know their name, you don't know anything about them? Like, obviously, you're also not going to immediately approach them and be like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?" Even though you don't know their personality. I mean, you might do that. I'll do that personally if that was the situation in my country. If somebody from abroad came to my school, I would obviously try to communicate because I know like how is it. But don't be bummed if the first day is not like the best day, and if you're not like very popular even from the first day. You shouldn't expect to be popular during the first day, and you shouldn't expect to be popular. I mean, like, but yeah, obviously. And now I have like um a decent amount of students. I've been to homecoming with a group, and like now that you more the more that you get to do activities with the students, the more that they get to know you and speak with you and then learn things about you. Plus, lunch was very difficult during the first day because you don't have any friends. Everybody in the cafeteria sits with like already designated people, and they've known each other for like the entire life because they've been together from elementary school, because I'm in a small place. So having that can be a little bit of a struggle because they know everybody in the school. People know each other, especially when it's a small school. uh, but that can also be a good thing because you also get to know everybody. So the first day I just sat on a random spot and people came like because they were already sitting there. Like everybody has a designated table in my in my school, in the cafeteria. So I sat next to somebody, some students, and ended up talking with them. They introduced themselves. I mean, they were asking me more questions because you're the one that they have no idea about. And yeah, I just try to initiate, ask back, all of the stuff. If you guys went through the orientation, I hope you did. If you're with a program and if you have an orientation, pre-departure orientation or anything like that, that helps a lot because you get to know more about the country, but also you get to know more about what you're supposed to do during a given situation. Obviously, it's a little bit difficult for you guys to hang out with them, since especially if you're living in a countryside and it's very far away. For example, my school is like 40 minutes drive from here, and the closest city is like probably 20 minutes drive from here. So definitely that's gonna be quite a barrier. Plus, we cannot drive, we're not allowed to drive here. Of course, if you're living in a city or in a town in United States, if you're placed in a city or in a town, it might be a bit easier for you. But then once again, you need to catch rides and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit of an issue, but I haven't had any problems with that, like with getting somewhere so far. For example, during homecoming, they picked me up. During homecoming parade, they picked me up, and obviously always ask or offer to pay for gas money. The school educational system is quite different from the European one, which I'm used to. We have like here in the United States, the teachers are free to do their own curriculum, and they can kind of create what their class is going to look like. All of the points, all of the units they create. I mean, the units are given, I believe, but they can create like all of the resources that they use and materials during class. Whereas in our country, in my country, we have books which are from the Ministry of Education, and you need to use those books obviously. But here you don't have to use those books. I mean, teachers can give you like articles and websites, or they can prepare their own presentations. It's obviously a more free, liberating as to what they can offer during classes. And also, I found that this method is more engaging. The teachers want really their class to be more engaging. Obviously, some teachers just write notes. I mean, just they give you outline paper, and then you write notes, and then you send the notes, and then you have multiple choice questions, or you have like quizzes and stuff. We have a lot of quizzes. For example, government. We like in one week we cover an entire chapter. Monday we're taking notes, Tuesday we're taking notes and answering questions from the book. Wednesday we're also doing the question and answers. Then on Thursdays we usually do a mini quiz, and then on Friday we have the main test. So that's how a class can be structured. The other way can be you're discussing a point or a topic, or I don't know, a unit, something, and then you have a quiz about it, and then you have a test about it, or you have to write an essay, you have to write an article. It depends really on the class. And I think that the classes are a bit better here. Like, you have more freedom, as you can choose, you can create your own career, you can create your own schedule. So that's nice. Schools are obviously going to depend from state to state, from city to city, from place to place. It depends on where you might end up in. But I ended up in a small city, and I'm in a small school, and I mean, I'm not complaining. It's nice. It's fun. The next question that I'll be answering is like, what does my daily routine look like? This depends on whether it's a weekend or a weekday. If it's a weekday, I usually have classes or school starts for at 8 p.m. to 3:30. My drive to and from school is 1 hour, so at 7 a.m. I hop on the bus. At 6, I wake up, I take a shower, I prepare for school. I pack my lunch, and I take the dog out because that's my chore. And then after that, I leave at 7 a.m. The bus comes, picks me up during on the bus. I'm reading a book from for popular novels. That's what I usually do. And then I'm usually using the time on the bus to read a book for popular novels for class. Then I have my classes at school. School ends at 3:30. I come home um, at 4:30 probably, and then I usually take out the dog first, and then I hop on this treadmill and run for, I don't know. If I'm tired, obviously I'm not going to run a lot, but I usually aim for 5 miles, which is like 8 kilometers. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And after that, I take a shower once again because I'm full of sweat. And I go upstairs, take the dog once again out, and I start on cooking dinner, and I do my assignments well. So that's what my usual day looks like, and I try to be like, 1 hour I'm here at treadmill, shower, and my host parents are and my host mom is usually home. My host father is still not home, so my host mom sometimes like takes a rest, or I don't know, goes takes a nap in her room. Sometimes she's watching a TV show or something, and I try to be as fast as possible here to finish, and then to go upstairs and speak with her. How has her day been going? Did she have fun at work? What did she do? And stuff. She asks me, and I make sure to tell her. Um, I just feel like it's the same as like my mom. I actually see her as my mom or like my aunt or something. So I feel I see her as a family member. Yeah. My host father usually comes later, and he tells me what to cook, or if he takes a little bit later. I mean, if he takes a little bit more at work, I usually call him and ask him what should I cook. I ask the other people if they agree, and I get started on cooking dinner. And we eat together once he comes home, speaking once again on what our day has looked like, and yeah, then go to bed at 9:30. I mean, I come here, I journal. I have my old journal is filled up, so I started on a new one. Yeah, so I usually write my prayer, write the things that I remember from the day, and then I write my Bible study. Yes. And that's how I end my day. Or if it's a weekend, or if it's like a day off schools. For example, today is Friday, but I'm not at school because we have a full break. I usually wake up at like 8 a.m. I take the dog out. I do my exercise. Eat breakfast first. Do my exercise. I still haven't done my exercise, but I'm filming this video. And then once they come home on Saturday or Sunday, or on Saturday when they come home after work, because they usually work, when they come home we usually get to do something else. For example, on Saturday I'm doing community service, and then after that we're going to Adventureland with my host parents and some friends and some relatives here. So that'll be very fun. I'm looking forward to that. And on Sunday, I don't know what we're doing, but yeah. So usually the activities are done on Saturday and Sunday. The next thing that I want to talk about is what have I done once I've so far from my experience, and so far from my exchange year. Um, we went to a lot of stuff. So the previous week we went to a pumpkin patch. We had lots of fun. It was very interesting. I didn't even know that these kinds of places exist. But I'll make sure to pop in some pictures here, show you some things and videos that I took while we were there. It was very nice, very a good bonding time. um, the day before, that was on Sunday. On Saturday, we had a bonfire here at home. We hosted like a party, if I can say it like that. Friends or family members came over, and like over 15 people probably. We had the bonfire. I helped my father cook the dinner, and yeah, we had like dinner and stuff, and then we went to the bonfire, which was very interesting, very exciting and very different. Yeah, I didn't know that like that's like a huge thing that people wanted to hear. Friday we went to a restaurant because we had family members coming here from Ohio. They were staying with us for 3 days, so we went to a restaurant. We ate Mexican food, I believe. Yeah, so it's very nice. Usually most of the things are done during the weekend, and during the weekday we are just at home because we don't usually have a lot of time. Yeah, that's what an average American day looks like to most Americans, I believe. Obviously, we've done lots of other things. Yeah, I'll make sure to include some things here on the pictures, on the video. Next and the last question. I I'll be lying if I say no, because obviously sometimes just the differences make you compare your exchange here and your family, your home here to your home back home, and that's obviously you need to try to limit that to zero, because you shouldn't be comparing. You've come here for different stuff, and you've come here for experiencing differences. You shouldn't expect for everything to be the same at home, for like home. You should be open to like living a different life here, at least for these 9 months, and you can go home and just live the old boring life. Just kidding. But live the old life that you, I don't know, I guess you've lived for your entire life. I sometimes can feel homesick. I mean, yes, it's part of the journey, it's part of the experience. I usually just try to limit looking at pictures from back home, because usually they make me feel emotional. Got an album of my family, and I don't want to open it because I always tear up. I'll tear up when I'm speaking. Oh my gosh. Yes, I sometimes tear up when I'm looking at pictures of my family, um, or of classmates, because especially at school, sometimes uh, you just really see the difference, and you can feel it, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's better or worse here. It's just different, and the difference sometimes impacts on how you portray things. I'll end that on that note. But when I'm usually homesick, I go to my host parent, or I remind myself of how difficult it was coming here and how much I wanted it. And I remember that I'll be going home in like 8 months, and the time is passing by. It's already been more than 1 month that I'm here, and I feel like I came here yesterday. So the time will definitely fly by very fast. And I always have my journal. I can journal always. I can write like, or I can take a look at my writings and stuff, how much I wanted to be here, and I can always call my parents. So I mean, it's not worth obsessing or stressing over that. I mean, just enjoy being here. Just take a look at your surroundings and see that you're in America. I mean, can you believe? I cannot believe that I'm here. The last point is, if you're looking into becoming an exchange student, or if you're planning to apply, and if you're scared, don't feel scared. I was also scared, and if you don't get selected, just know that I was also not selected the first time. This is my second time, so there's always opportunities. And if you really want something, if you believe, and if you put all of the effort, you will achieve it, because God is good, and He's helping us, and He has helped me a lot to be here, because I know that I nearly didn't have a host family, and I nearly wouldn't have been here, but yeah, He helped me. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful for somebody out there. I hope that this video can motivate you to also become an exchange student, whether it would be in the United States or in a different country. Obviously, it's a different experience for everybody, and I believe that it makes life more fun, and it makes a lot of, like, it can leave you with more knowledge, more people, more connections, and it makes life more fun. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a great day. Bye, see you.